Hello, everybody. Welcome back to How Come. Big week. Today is a big day. If it's still Sunday for some of you guys, this intro is recorded from an Airstream, which is a trailer on a Sunday on Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day or happy belated Mother's Day if you're celebrating now. I'm sitting with my boyfriend, Ben.
Hey.
And yeah, I mean, being in an Airstream.
Yeah, it's an Airstream. It's not a trailer. It's like a classy, silver, very retro looking trailer. And we're on a very modern campground that just opened because there have been 0 cases of COVID here.
Yeah, it's true.
And it is the cleanest site. You don't see anybody.
Yeah.
When you check in, the keys are just waiting for you. So we just escaped for a couple days, and it's the first time for everything.
Yeah. Okay, I guess the first time we tried to record this intro, I was like, we're just in a trailer. And Ben's like, what? No, we're in a town called Coos Bay. And yeah, we've been living with his parents for like 3 months. And we were like, we should get away and like...
Yeah, give them some space, give us some space. Let us be ourselves.
Let us bang.
Yeah, bang. And I got to go crabbing. I just made some delicious crab cake latkes for Remy for breakfast.
Whose idea was it?
It was your idea, but I executed it flawlessly.
Yeah, so we have got a thing.
Teamwork.
On.
Yeah, another first. I've never had crab cake latkes. It was delicious.
Yeah, but I mean, living or being in a trailer has always been a dream of mine. It really has. Like,
I mean, I like it.
I think it's the coolest thing ever.
I could do it. I don't think my parents or your parents would like it if we.
No, we just got off the phone with a very confused Joel.
Yeah, your dad was not having it.
He's like, "You're what?"
Yeah.
But yeah, it's lovely, and we'll post pictures and stuff. But so yeah, that was a dream of mine, and then we also accomplished another dream of mine this week, which was we together were on the Real Housewives of New York. That's not a dream of
yours. Your dream has been for you to be on Housewives, and it's never been my dream or your dream for me to be on Housewives. And I ended up on Housewives in one of the most embarrassing situations I had to relive twice because it was so embarrassing the first time it happened, and then it was extra embarrassing because now it is on national television.
Tell us how you really feel.
I mean, I got messages from people in my high school that haven't spoken to me in 20 years. And, it could have, So it's not a dream of yours,
okay.
Not a dream of mine.
Okay. However,
but great for you. Fantastic.
But great.
The event was very fun when we were there.
Was it?
I don't know. I drank heavily to just kind of deal with the whole situation.
Before we start, I just want to say thanks to Omax O-Shot for supporting How Come. Omax O-Shot Cbd Arousal Oil contains natural botanicals to increase stimulation, circulation, arousal, lubrication, desire, and overall sexual satisfaction. Go to oshotwomen.com and enter code HOWCOME to get 20% off O-Shot for women plus free shipping. Thanks to Buffy for supporting How Come. For $20 off your Buffy comforter, visit buffy.co and enter promo code HOWCOME. Finally, big shout out to Allform. Helix has gone beyond the bedroom. They started making sofas and launched a new company called Allform. They're making premium, customizable sofas and chairs shipped right to your door. To find your perfect sofa and get 20% off all orders, go to allform.com/howcome. Yeah. Okay. I think we need to do like a Patreon episode that's like a little behind the scenes. But basically, if you guys didn't see the episode, you can still see it. I had met, or maybe I hadn't met her. I'm not sure.
Yeah, tell them a little bit about how this got set up.
But basically, there's a girl named Chanel Omari. She used to be on Princesses Long Island, which is an old Bravo show that I watched. I loved. And she called me one day. Actually, oh my God, this is the best. She called me while Charlotte and I were recording last season's finale. Congratulations.
Do you have the
I have the soundbite right now. People talking about their first orgasms that they'd had since listening to the podcast. Who's calling me?
Who is it?
Let's see.
Is it Ben?
Hello?
Hi, Remy.
Yes?
It's Chanel Omari. How are you?
Hey, oh my God, I cannot talk right now. Maybe in 5 hours.
5 hours?
Yes, please.
No problem. I'll put you in time out.
Okay, no worries. Bye.
Who's Chanel?
She's a podcaster, and she was on a Bravo show called Princesses Long Island, and I'm supposed to do her charity show for anti-bullying soon.
Can I call you in 6-7 days?
You call me in
1-2 months?
call me in 5 hours. when
Check
we're-
back in next summer.
Okay, now after the clip, this is a little insider info. I edited in because Charlotte goes, "Who's Chanel?" And in real life, I go, "I have no idea," because I had no idea. But then afterwards, I called her back and she explained to me, she's like, "We met at Summer House because I'm friends with Hannah Berner, and I'd gone to like a few summer, like this is my first time on Bravo this week. This is my first time with like my name and comedian said."
Right.
But so Chanel says, "I met you at Summer House with Hannah Berner. I'm doing this live podcast with Luann, the Countess de Lesseps. She's on Real House." I'm like, "I know Real House. Yeah, I would love to do. It's a live podcast. Yeah, I'm in." So we get there. We have to sign all these releases and stuff because it's being filmed for.
I was going just to support.
Yeah, Ben
and
was
by,
just.
And by the way, this was not a live podcast either. It was like they forced you into doing stand-up and talking about trauma at the same time. It was the weirdest event I have ever been to, and it was the toughest room I've ever seen anyone try to handle.
But it was supposed to be a live podcast, but then at the last minute they were like, "Just go tell comedy about your bullying story," because it was also supposed to be an anti-bullying event, and it was like
all over the place.
Incarcerated women it was benefiting too.
I don't know.
As a performer, it was difficult just to like be like, what angle am I supposed to be coming at?
Yeah.
But anyway, so the part that made it in that you guys all probably saw, or if you haven't seen, you're gonna love it. It's fucking weird. I'm on stage saying, "Hi, I'm Remy Casimir. I run the podcast How Come, about the fact that I had never had an orgasm." I'm about to go into my spiel about like the story of like, you know, like I had never had one myself. Like it was important to me, like all this, you know, the shit that we've learned.
Right.
And Chanel goes, "Give it up for Remy's boyfriend. He's in the audience right now." And
You literally go, "Yeah, I started a podcast, How Come, because I wasn't having orgasms." And Chanel instantly goes, "Shout out Remy's boyfriend who's in the crowd right now."
Yep.
And every camera panned.
like 9 of Bravo's cameras whip
and
around.
all the housewives turned around and looked at me, and I was a good sport.
You were a great
and
sport.
Played up the joke, you know, played up the bit, but it was, you know, drank 9 Jamesons after that. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was super embarrassing.
Well, because also
the context is wrong.
The context, and it's just such an annoying like hack joke of like, "Oh, what's he not doing?" And it's like, well, now you've just abandoned the whole important thing of like, I didn't know myself,
Right.
You know, and like you're just making my boyfriend look like a chump.
Yeah. Anyway,
And
it
he's
was
not.
very good. It was very good for Remy.
Yeah.
We're very pleased that she was on it.
Yeah.
She got to plug the podcast, which is the most important thing. And if I had to take a little hit, then I will gladly do that. But anyway, yeah, Chanel is, and she should have just let you say something. and then-
Right. Yeah. No, I think she was trying to riff, but yeah, it was.
God damn it, Chanel! Like Jesus, like.
But yeah, I think we can talk more about that and like after and all that stuff. And I'm definitely going to do a whole Patreon episode because not only did I hang out with Luann this night and stuff that I'm not really going to say on the podcast happened, but I hung out with her on a subsequent night with Chanel, and yeah, that's going to require a whole Patreon episode. But this episode is me and Chanel talking. The episode had happened, like it had been filmed, but it wasn't out yet, so I wasn't really trying to talk about it because I didn't know if any of it would be aired. So yeah, this is my conversation with her. I hope you enjoy this. I don't know if you're going to learn anything from it. Like, I don't know if there's any big takeaway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Big takeaway, I guess, would be authenticity is important.
Sure.
Okay, you guys enjoy the episode. And if you want to hear extras, if you want to see an unedited full video from that night, go to patreon.com/howcome. Usually we would be recording that recap. We would bring the person back on. I've reached out to Chanel. She has not responded to me. We don't know why. Maybe we do know why. Maybe we'll talk about that on the Patreon. But Yeah, she, you can hear her podcast, Chanel in the City. And she also apparently, I've learned this from her Instagram, just started a new podcast with none other than Dina Lohan called Listen to Me, the OG Mama D. So that's not weird. So enjoy the episode. If you learn something, great. If you don't learn anything, that's okay too. Not all of our guests are supposed to be aspirational. Sometimes it's like, what not to do. Okay, that's a shady way to start, but here we go.
How come? How come? How come I can't achieve? How come I can't achieve? I'm rolling up my sleeves. I'm rolling up my sleeves. Oh baby, I believe these guests can help. 'Cause I can't do it by myself. I wanna jizz.
Welcome, Chanel Omari.
Thank you so much for having me
Oh
on this
my
podcast.
God, you stop.
This is an honor, first and foremost.
You are crazy.
Love your podcast.
Oh my God, you do? I didn't even know you listened to it.
Chanel is a new friend of mine. We met this summer.
We did.
Yeah. I don't even know. Can we talk about this?
Yeah, I think we could talk about it soon, but I think we could generally say we have a mutual friend that's pretty famous.
That's on a reality show. And we met on the set
Yeah.
at one of the parties of the reality show.
And like we got invited to her Hamptons party weekend.
Yeah.
It was fun.
In true form, I did not remember meeting because I was so high at the party. Chanel reached out to me.
Yes, I did. I would have loved to be hanging out with you at the party.
But didn't we meet there or no?
We did. We met there through Kim Sands,
Right.
who's a director of PR for
Yeah.
NAMI, mental health awareness. And she's like, you gotta meet my friend. Oh my God. She's like, you know, Kim's like a little skinny,
yeah.
beautiful bubble personality. She's like, you don't understand. Remy Casimir is the it girl. Like, I'm like, what? And she's like, she's the it comedian, podcast queen. Like, you need to be like around her. She's awesome. She's very cool. She's like, you
That's
guys would
so
get
nice.
along.
Thank
she's
you,
like, and
Kim.
she's best friends with like
The people.
we could say it, Hannah Berner.
No.
Oh shit. Can't? No. Okay. Yeah, you're better at the Bravo rules than I am.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because like I was on it, but you're better at the rules.
I'm
Yeah.
great at rules.
And I was like, okay. And then she's like, Remy, this is Chanel, and Chanel, this is Remy. And you were like really nice and really cool. But I didn't want to seem like thirsty and like stalkerish. I was like, hey, what's up? How are you? Normally I would have been like, hey, what's going on?
See, and I
Creepy. Like, and I would have annoyed you and you probably would have been like,
But I think that's so funny because I told Chanel, I was like, if you had not cut your hair and dyed your hair and I had recognized you as Chanel from Princesses Long Island, I would have been so intimidated by you because
Really?
yes,
But I only
you
had one
on that-
season.
It doesn't matter because A, Bravo is life, and
Yes, it's
B,
Bravo.
on that show, like you were just such an aspirational personality to me. Like you had like such a tight group of friends. You really cared about them. Like you were like a party girl. Like you were a very empathetic character or sympathetic character because you're empathetic too, but you were a sympathetic character because your sister was married, your younger sister, and you were unmarried. And you were just like, I don't understand. Like, why doesn't anyone love me?
Yeah.
You know? And I remember being a young girl and I think we're like you're only 5 years older than me. But right?
Yeah, but the way it sounds, it's like hilarious. Yeah, I'm 34.
Or-
You're 30.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're
but I'm
like-
almost 35, so I am almost 5 years older than you.
Yeah, but that's it. But
But
I
you're
remember being younger and looking up to you guys and being like, wow, that's really vulnerable of like her to share
Wow, that's amazing.
like how she really feels.
that makes me happy that I did the show to impact other. Like I had somewhat of an impact that like kindness still matters. It's still cool. Like
Yeah.
being a good person still is cool. You know,
Yeah.
even though like but I can also own that like I was insecure and I wasn't.
Yeah, but that was nice because you could see a girl being so insecure and then looking at her being like, but she's so great and she's got a great group of friends and like she shouldn't feel bad just because she's 27 and unmarried.
Right.
Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, because that's the culture. Like, I mean, I grew up as like a modern Orthodox Jew, so the whole thing was you got to get married by like 24, 25. You're, you got to have babies young. You got to have it all. You got to make it all. And then there's this pressure of like serving God and like being this perfect wife and like mother and like like career woman, and I'm nothing like that. Like I'm a very messy person and okay with being messy.
Yeah.
What you can hate me for it, you can love me for it. I had to get to the point where I worked so hard on my character where I'm like, you know what? That's who I am. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I love me for this. Like, what was your first impression of me with my dark hair? Like,
I
not knowing
don't
princesses.
remember.
Well, when I called you, were you like, this is this weirdo? Like, what?
What did I do? How did I discover it was you? We were on the phone. You told me about the event.
Yeah, and I think I had to drop also like Hannah's name because like that's a mutual friend, so you didn't feel like I was some like rando.
And I was like, I don't remember meeting at that party, but yeah, I'm down. Like I'm down to do any. I literally am. If you have a podcast, I'm down.
Yeah, you're so good like that. Like you really are amazing. Like
thanks.
You're not a podcast snob.
No. Any podcast could take off, and also if you teach like 3 people who are listening to that podcast, that's like fucking worth it for me. I think.
Yes,
I think.
I agree.
But yeah, so I was down, and then I looked you up on Instagram, and I was like, I don't really remember her from that show, but I guess I don't remember anyone from that show except the blonde girl. And then
because it was one season.
Yeah.
Wait, the blonde one that worked at One Oak.
You.
Oh, me.
It was you.
Oh, blonde. It was-
Yeah. And then I looked at the Bravo website and I cross-referenced it. And I was like, oh, she is the blonde one. It was mind fuckery for me. It was cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I was, because on the phone you were like, oh my God, like it's you. And then
right. Like I was in all with you.
I discovered you and I was like, it's her.
You're like, I actually will be her friend.
I really liked her. I'm so excited.
Because I was like so scared my first call, and I was like, I looked up to you. I think you're really funny and talented, and I'm like,
so great.
She
you guys,
probably
this is a
doesn't know who I
great learning lesson though. To like, if you're scared of anybody from afar, they might be in love with you back.
Exactly. Like Luann also like.
Apparently really likes me.
You a lot and like
I really
would die
love
to be on your
her.
podcast.
Oh
and I'm
my
like, yo, bitch, what about me? No, I'm just kidding. But like, you know what? My point is she was on my podcast. By the way, no, she was on my podcast.
Show.
No, but I'm saying like she was like, it's if she's saying I want to be on your podcast, that means you have made it without even realizing it. So it's like normal that I was like, oh, I can't believe I'm talking to Remy Casimir and she's giving me the time of day.
So cute.
Well, I thought you were great and genuine on the show, especially for like coming out about feeling alone and being like, I want a boyfriend. Like it's very embarrassing to say that, like, or it was. And even now, honestly, Nikki Glaser has stand-up about how she wants a boyfriend. And then she has stand-up about how when she has said that in stand-up, people come up and they're like, that's no way to get a boyfriend. And it's like, it feels like this mounting problem. But I think you were really brave for talking about it.
Yeah, I felt like I knew I was taking a risk to do that, but I felt like that's the only way. That's how I live life. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it was tough to be that person because I didn't want to victimize myself. And a lot of times you don't get to control the narrative and tell people, hey, the reason I'm not married is because I want a career. I want to pursue a career in entertainment. I want to have more goals for myself. Like I kind of looked or appeared like this desperate person, but by being vulnerable, I guess. Does that make sense?
Right. But yeah, and
so thank you for saying that. That's admirable because I saw it more as a weakness than a strength.
No, because I think a lot of people have felt like that, and like it is embarrassing to like be the loser that you're like, oh, like I really want something and I haven't been able to get it.
Yeah,
but that's like a very real thing that most people have.
Yeah.
Were you ever offended by the title? Princesses Long Island?
Yes, because originally when I signed up, I thought it was going to be like a mini Real Housewives. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be, originally
that's what it was marketed as.
Yeah, they were supposed to like call it the Real Girls of the Gold Coast. That's a different type of show feel title than like Princesses Long Island.
That's like Daddy's Girls of Roslyn.
It's so true. Most like cheerleading. Like I was that girl. I feel like the voice of reason who really didn't fit in with the popular clique, but the rest of the cast was popular. At all times. It was more like, how can I
That's why I loved you, because I was so weird,
I feel like, but I feel like you're the cool girl.
I think that is your perspective of me.
I think it is.
I don't think,
I do. I feel like you're very cool.
Anybody listening to this is like, Remy does not brush her teeth. Chanel, like, chill.
I feel like I don't see you like that. I feel like, what? I see
funny.
you like the cool, nice girl, not the Regina George because she's mean. You're like cool, like her status, where everybody wants to like date you and everyone wants to be your friend, but like you're just so nice and like genuine. You're like, I'm about doing the right thing, not about the popularity vote.
Oh
and
my
that's
God.
fucking cool.
Well,
Is
thanks.
that weird?
No, I think that's really nice. I just don't know if it's true.
I feel like it's true. I
don't
swear.
think I'm like that nice. Like, some of your messages, you guys, are dumb. No, I'm just kidding, you guys. I love you so much. I would never say that.
I'm dead. Yeah, I mean, I never like. We'll get into it, but like even, obviously your podcast is about like orgasms and like, speaking of the orgasm thing. Like I feel like psychologically, mentally, emotionally, physically, I couldn't even get into one or have one because I was so mentally exhausted for being somebody who was vulnerable and not getting the reward.
Hey guys, just popping in to say if you are not masturbating enough during this time, it's time to get down to business, okay? Sex life, it could be lagging. Times feel a little unarousing. Life in general seems anticlimactic, right? Pun intended. You can have hormonal changes and low libido. All these things can make it really hard to get things going when you need it most, and we need to get things going. Literally, we need to masturbate. It'll make you feel better and life is too stressful. The point is, every woman deserves to experience longer, stronger, more frequent orgasms, but sometimes we just need a little boost to elevate us to the next level. And I'm so excited to be able to talk about O-Shot women with you guys again. You guys, it's time to get selfish and take charge of your life with mind-blowing orgasms. And there's a new secret for the bedroom called O-Shot, developed by the awesome female-run team at Omax Health. This luxurious arousal oil instantly heightens sensation and arousal with an all-natural blend of 8 botanicals and full-spectrum CBD. Simply apply it to intimate areas to instantly experience erotic tingling and warming sensations, enhanced lubrication, and increased sensitivity for the ultimate climax. Naturally delicious and fully edible, this formula is 100% pure with absolutely no chemicals. It is a definite must try. So you can use it with the Kivin method. Did I do that? Maybe. So listen, I want to tell you a little more about O-Shot. It's different because most arousal lubricants typically have one ingredient that will provide a sensory feeling like hot or cold, stimulate arousal. Most are synthetic, have an unpleasant taste or scent, and contain chemicals and additives. O-Shot CBD Arousal Oil contains 8 natural botanicals that provide sensory tingling and promote multiple physiological effects to increase stimulation, circulation, arousal, lubrication, desire, and overall sexual satisfaction. The secret behind it is the full spectrum CBD, which can help increase relaxation, circulation, and euphoric sensations. A base of organic liquefied coconut oil also helps improve lubrication. So how to use it, whatever you're doing, whether it's P&V, it's toy, it's hand on, whatever we're doing, just apply 3 to 4 pumps of oil onto the clitoris and intimate areas. A tingling sensation will ignite immediately and continue for 30 to 60 minutes. You get so much more sensitive. It increases sexual comfort. It's easy to apply. Literally, there's no mess. There's an airless pump. But yeah, I used it and I really liked it. I thought it was so, like, the feeling of it was so soft and like not sticky, as I said before, and just like I think something about the coconut oil really like enhances it. And obviously, like I think CBD must just work with me because it's like part of my body at this point. But I think you guys will love it. A lot of you are asking about relaxation, asking about how to get out of your head, how to really just like lean into these orgasms, get over that final hump. This can be really, really helpful to you. So whether you're single or you're just looking to spice up your relationship with more satisfying sex, everyone can benefit from a more enjoyable orgasmic experience. Omax can give you the instant and long-lasting satisfaction you've been looking for. And I know a lot of you are looking for it. And it's 100% safe and natural, which I love. So remember, go to oshotwomen.com today and enter the code HOWCOME to take advantage of this incredible saving. That is oshotwomen.com, OSHOT women.com, and enter HOWCOME to get 20% off O-Shot and all Omax products site-wide.
I felt,
You weren't having them while on that show?
while on the show and probably 7-8 months after, it was tough for me to get to a point of
So you had never had an orgasm until you were 28?
yeah, pretty much.
Oh my God, sisters. I had no idea.
Oh, so yeah, obviously, yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
You're the first person I'm actually sharing intimate details with this. Because on the show I had to be this conservative person, like perfect person. I felt
for your parents.
Yeah,
Or
like
for people in your life.
in my life,
I don't want to like put things in your
no,
mouth.
it's so true. Like modern Orthodox Jewish community, it's tough. You have to be this certain image. You can't be out of control and a rule breaker and do what you want, you know? So like I always battled with that because really I have a dark side and I'm a bad girl just like everybody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's hard. Isn't it hard to like, I feel like climax or get to that point even after the show? So after the show, I also didn't have one for like a while because mentally I was screwed up.
Well, this makes so much more sense that you didn't come while on that show, because maybe you did come off a little more desperate than you actually are, because you were a little more desperate than you actually are, but it wasn't for what you thought. Like you thought it was for marriage, but you just like needed to come.
Yeah. You get me so much. You're my soul sister. I wanted to just scream out at the top of my lungs, guys, I just want to come and I want to be able to be proud of it. Okay, Mom?
Yeah,
I'm not a conservative little
please.
bitch.
And nobody taught you how to do it. And did you ever
Nobody.
try?
Yeah, of course I masturbated a lot and
Yeah.
I tried to get myself there, and even talking about masturbation was like, ooh, taboo.
know.
I like wish I could just be like so
Especially
open.
with cool girls.
Especially with cool girls.
Like you never wanted to say the wrong thing at the lunch table, because then
Ever.
everybody would be like, ew.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Remy just said?
yeah, like you'd get judged.
And then, for like the next 4 years, you're like,
like I'd be called mentally ill probably. Like she's so mentally ill. Like, but they even though they're ignorant and they don't even understand the
I mean,
meaning
I
of it.
am mentally ill.
I mean, I'm 100.
I own that shit.
Yeah.
Like there
I
better
don't
be
feel like
something
you are.
wrong with me for me to act this way. I'm like, oh,
But
I
I feel
have
like
an illness. Okay.
I feel like it's normal though, you know,
Yeah.
it should be normal to talk about it. And I didn't feel like it was normal. And I felt like I had to suppress my feelings and what I wanted.
Yeah.
Mind you, I was also dating, I just had broken up with someone on the show and he totally berated me on like,
Is that the one that went back to his 19-year-old
yes.
ex-girlfriend?
And that was like on national TV. And I had to get like, imagine you're getting DMs like, either I feel so bad for you, you're such a nebuch. And like, you know, like
What's a
a
nebuch?
nebuch in like Hebrew Ashkenaz, it means like, you're such a poor soul, like you pathetic little thing. Like, why would you let someone like do that to you? And then you have the other side of it, like, oh, we're rooting for you. Like, so how could you let your body relax and really like you have to have an
Oh my God.
relax
You
to have
must
an
have
orgasm.
been so stressed.
It's like a fucking like something like was always up my ass. Even though I'm not like that, I'm usually down to earth and I want to party and have fun.
Yeah.
Not think about life, not take responsibility, which is also like a downfall. So it was like a mind fuck for like months, and I'm like, and then I feel like I also have to feel safe with someone if I have it. Don't you?
Totally. But also, I just didn't know what I was doing for myself. Like I've always said this. It was
No.
like, I couldn't do it alone.
Like you could never get yourself to that place masturbating.
Could you?
I mean, not all the time. No, it was rare.
No, but so you had orgasms before.
Yes, I've had it, but like very rare. And then during the show, like I didn't
Not
have
at all.
one at
Okay.
all. And then right after the show, I would say 8 months after the show,
Okay.
I didn't have one either.
Yeah.
Which was
'Cause
like
your
weird
whole
for
life
me.
is on TV. Like it's
Yeah.
just you're
Yeah,
just
my
so
whole
fucking
shit is out there.
stressed. Yeah.
And everyone's judging me and
Yeah.
they're like, you're that fucking weirdo that cries all the time. Like, I fucking hate you. And then there's like people who are like, I fucking love you. So you're so confused
was
that you're
Twitter a thing then?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
like people called me a drag
Queens are
queen,
so
a
gorgeous.
transgender. Wouldn't you be
I get
so
so
confused?
jealous watching Drag Race.
Like, wouldn't you,
Yes.
imagine everyone's throwing this at
Yes.
you. Wouldn't you be kind of like, that's why I chopped my head off. Like hair off.
Hair?
I had a
Whoa.
crisis. Like who wouldn't be confused by this shit? Like who am I? You know, like, I mean, if you're telling me who I am, maybe you're right.
And like
You know what? I wish I knew you during the time of Princesses because you're a queen. You're a comedy god. You are my hero.
Stop.
You're the kind of chick. You're the girl, not chick because that's offensive, but you're the girl that everybody wants.
chick.
Did I say this already? Date and be friends with?
Yeah.
Or did I say that off?
You said that.
But I said that on the microphone.
Yeah. Okay. So you go back to your boyfriend and everyone's like so mad at you.
So mad at me.
And were you still with him at the end of the show? At the end of the series?
No.
No.
That's when we like broke up for good. That's when I
Okay.
knew it was like, it's over.
So wait, was it airing and people were responding while it was still happening?
So, yeah, so it was two things. It was, so while we were taping, it was happening. So the back and forth, the like, he was breaking up with me. I was really going through the breakup and like talking about it a lot. And then he came back to me. That's when he had that car scene with like, he left me for the 19-year-old girl. And then when it aired, it brought back feelings to him. Like he felt he would reach out to me even though I was still trying to get over him because I loved him. I wanted to be with him. I wanted to marry him. And he felt like I betrayed him by putting our business out there and being very vulnerable. Yeah. And like making him the bad guy. I'm like, no one can make you the bad guy.
Exactly.
You have it in you. Like even me, like, all my fuck ups on that show, I take 150% accountability for it. I'm a weirdo. I have a dark side. I'm fucked up. I'm mentally ill. I'm all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm human.
Yeah, you're
you
human.
know? But I, try to do the right thing all the time because I have a
There
good
for
heart.
the people in your life. Yeah, and ultimately, like you're not trying to do harm to anyone.
Never.
And I think, like he also reaching out after the show was airing. It's like you always have like a slight like, why are you doing?
Yeah, like you signed up for it. Like you signed the papers, dude.
Yeah,
like
but
you talked to the
also-
producers. You wanted this. I didn't want to put our breakup on. He reached out. Nobody knows this. He reached out to the producers and was like, the producers reached out to him first and they told me, they're like, we're going to have to talk about the breakup. You're going to have to showcase it because you're talking about it so much. I'm like, I really don't want to do that. I don't want to relive it. You're making me really relive something already difficult. Then, they, I don't want to say threaten, but they always make it seem like you could be replaceable. And if you don't tell your story authentically, it's not going to resonate with people. So why are you doing it? And I understand them from like a producing side. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll help a few people. Maybe this will be therapeutic, whatever I thought.
Yeah.
I also secretly wanted to like get back with him and wanted things to be good and wanted this explanation of like, I fucked up. I love you. I want to be with you. Now that you're a star. Yeah, right.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like we could be stars together. Like I lived in a very delusional fantasy world and I just learned a lot and I realized that he wasn't for me and it was difficult. It was just a difficult time. It made me feel also like used and by other people, like my breakup's just a joke to the world.
Yeah.
So I didn't, I felt very trapped in a way because I just didn't trust anyone.
Yeah, totally. I was going to say it must have been hard to like date after that too.
Very hard.
Because you're like, I don't know why you're here. Like even the ex, I was like saying like, I don't know why you're here. Like, is it because you like me or you want to talk about us or like you just want to capitalize off of like
show.
Success that I've recently had?
Yeah, he tried to even like say like he wanted to sue me for like slander for how he appeared on the show. I'm like, look,
you signed
up for this. Like and I was like, you do not want to deal with Bravo execs. Like you do not want to play high school with like real professions in the industry because then it's beyond my control.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to talk about a little bit of Mother's Day, a little bit of Ben, a little bit of one of our partners this episode. So as you guys know, I've been staying with Ben's parents. Not today. We're coming from the Airstream, but we are going back to be with his parents. And we had an amazing delivery from Allform to Ben's parents' house. We received the most gorgeous chaise lounge. If you've listened to How Come before, you've probably heard me talk about my Helix mattress. It is one of the best things that's come from this podcast, the best sleep of my life. The way that they deliver it is like the most efficient thing the world has ever seen. So I'm really excited for this news. Helix has gone beyond the bedroom and started making sofas. They just started a new company called Allform, and they're making premium customizable sofas and chairs shipped right to your door. So what makes an Allform sofa really cool? For starters, it's the easiest way you can customize a sofa using premium materials and at a fraction of the cost of traditional stores. You can pick your fabric, which is spill, stain, and scratch resistant, the sofa color, the color of your legs, the sofa size, and shape to make sure it's perfect for you and your home. They've got armchairs and love seats all the way up to an 8-seat sectional. So there's something for everyone. And you can always start small and buy more seats later if you want your Allform sofa to grow and change with you when you move, which is amazing. Allform sofas are also delivered directly to your home with fast, free shipping. In the past, if you wanted to order a sofa, it could take you weeks or even months to arrive, and you would need someone to come and assemble it in your home. Allform takes just 3 to 7 days to arrive in the mail, and you can assemble it yourself in a few minutes, no tools needed. So Allform told me that they would send me some product for being a partner of theirs, and I was like, oh my God, I need to thank Ben's mother for being essentially my mother this entire quarantine. She's taken such good care of me. And so I was like, you know what? We're going to have this shipped to her house. And so the other day we had an all-form chaise lounge delivered to her house. It is beige. It's got like tan legs. We put it in her bedroom in place of this other chair that she wanted to get rid of. It was so easy to set up. It is so beautiful. His mom and I keep like looking back in the room, like just being like, oh my God, is it still there? Like, it's so fun because like you can't really get out of the house. Most people can't come to like a trailer. And so for like, until we found out that this was opened up, like that was like the new exciting thing, that it was like, oh, we get to like you know, when you redo your furniture in your house or in your room when you're a little kid for the first time and you like feel really adult, like, I don't know. I think it's like a really fun thing to spice up this current moment. It casually like matches everything else in the house. I think it's because it was so customizable that I was like, here, look at the website, see what you want. And his dad is like notorious for hating assembling furniture. Like he seemed kind of mad at me when it arrived. And then Ben and I had it set up in like 3 minutes. So that was awesome. So yeah, we picked out the chaise lounge. I had Ben's mom pick out the color, which is like tan, and the leg color, and where she was going to put it. She was like, oh yeah, I have a chair that I need to replace in my room. And she sits there and she reads, and like his dad is loving it. I'm so excited. But if getting a sofa without trying it in store sounds a little risky for you, you don't need to worry. You can get 100 days to decide if you want to keep it. That's more than 3 months. And if you don't love it, they'll pick it up for free and give you a full refund. They also have a forever warranty, literally forever. So to find your perfect sofa, check out allform.com/howcome. And Allform is offering 20% off all orders for our listeners at allform.com/howcome. So exciting. Okay, speaking of comfy, cozy things that are not currently with us in the trailer and that we're missing and that we're loving in general, but not right now. But I can't wait to get back to it tonight after Mother's Day brunch. You know, I'm talking about my Buffy comforter. Buffy makes bedding that is super comfy and super sustainable. Buffy spent sleepless nights worrying about the impact that the bedding industry has on the environment, so they decided to change it. Woohoo! Buffy products are made using only renewable and recycled materials, which makes them as soft on the planet as they are on your bed. Aw. Buffy's debut product, the Cloud Comforter, is covered in super soft eucalyptus fabric and filled with fluffy fiber made from 100% recycled bottles. It's sustainable. Eucalyptus uses 10 times less water than cotton to grow, and its fiber is produced using recyclable, earth-friendly solvents. The Cloud feels even softer than down while keeping approximately 50 bottles out of landfills and oceans. The average down comforter, as I've said before, harms 12 geese, but Buffy's comforter is cruelty-free. We have 2 little geese outside of our trailer right now, our Airstream. They greeted us. They're a couple. Ben, I was like, do you think they're a couple or friends? And he's like, I think they're a couple and that they're gay. And I was like, you are so progressive and I love you. Okay. Do you want to try a Buffy comforter? I think so. You can try a comforter in your own bed for free. If you don't love it, return it at no cost. I'm obsessed with my Buffy comforter. I love this Airstream, but I literally, when I think about Buffy, I'm like, yeah, I don't mind going back. We still haven't put a duvet cover on it because Ben loves how cozy and soft it is. And so if you like recycling and you like saving the world, or you just want to snuggle in with something good, are you a hot sleeper? This is great for hot sleepers. So if you want your own Buffy comforter, go. For $20 off of your Buffy comforter, visit buffy.co and enter promo code HOWCOME. That's buffy.co, promo code HOWCOME for $20 off. All right, let's get back to the episode. How are other guys towards you, like dating wise? Like
Great
very
question.
Aggressive or?
So I'd go on every app, Hinge, J-Swipe,
Yeah.
and a lot of them I feel like would not tell me at first, but would want to meet me, and then I would find out at drinks like, oh, they saw the show.
Yeah.
And it's weird because it's like a lot of people say, but it was one season. How did it have such an impact on one season? I'm
Yeah.
like, it just did. Like it did well with ratings. It was very controversial at the time. That's why it didn't get renewed.
Most of the other girls were not very likable. I think it
They
did
weren't.
well because of you. Like,
Well, thank you. That's
honestly.
generous of
yeah.
you.
No, I do.
I mean, I tried to give hard and I tried to be really myself. Like,
Yeah.
I knew I was going to look sometimes like a loser. Like, I knew it, but I was okay with it. Like, I gained a lot of weight since Princesses too. On top of the whole, like, physically and sexually not being able to, like, come. Like, I even dated a guy and he was upset about it. He's like, is it me? Like, I don't get it. I'm like, no, it's not you. It's actually, like, I'm psychologically fucked up right now. Like, you're the only person I do trust, but, like, some reason that, like, you're, you know, when guys are a little mean to you, even though you could trust them for the most part, you don't feel safe. So
Yeah.
it just triggers you.
Yeah.
So anyway, like,
Yeah.
I gained a lot of weight and my parents were very concerned. They were like, you are eating yourself. Like, you're just, I had to learn to be like, I'm okay with that. I'm happy. Like, my weight shouldn't make you miserable. If I'm happy eating a pie of pizza, and even though it's unhealthy,
Yeah.
but I'm genuinely laughing like a kid, running around eating pizza like a mentally ill person.
Yeah, if that's what I
Why
need
do
to
you
get
care?
by. Yeah.
Why? It's one thing
Well,
if I'm
I-
sad, crying, and eating. a
Totally.
pizza.
Yeah.
Get it?
I
You know
think
what I
it
mean?
could be like, oh, that might be an indication, but it's like, no, some people just want to live their lives a certain way.
And enjoy life.
And if you can get the most out of yourself and like still like accomplish your goals, like, yeah, fuck yeah, do you.
Yeah, like and you know what? Yeah, I want to be healthier. It's not about losing weight. It's not about.
Me
I just-
too, sister.
Yeah.
I am so fucking unhealthy. I'm eating your baked by Melissa's for breakfast.
But that's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
They have a vegan. They had vegan options, but I'm like, I don't know if she's gonna want
Still
vegan.
a lot of sugar, you know.
It's still a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say though, like I can expect like guys coming on the app dates or whatever,
Yeah.
like must have been really rattling too, because like that they all have just broken your trust. Like
Yep.
you're supposed to have a conversation first and like say, oh hey,
Like,
or,
who are you? What
you know,
what are you
something
about?
like that. Like I've only met one famous person from a dating app, and I didn't know who he was, but he was talking like I should kind of,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh wait, like what do you do? And he said, and like sent me like a thing, and then I was like, oh okay, and so then we could go in with knowledge or something. I mean, like that's I guess
Yeah, like he's setting you up at least.
Yeah.
Like saying, hey, heads up, like this is what I do. So, you know, don't be surprised, or like, I'm not going to be surprised if you're on a date with me because of it.
Right.
At least it's out in the open, right? Like this, I had a date once that like some guy, he took me out and we had a couple of drinks. He didn't get into the whole princess thing yet. And then he got a little tipsy and then he was like, listen, I'm going to be real with you. I knew the whole time you were on Princesses of Long Island. I'm obsessed with Bravo. I'm obsessed with that show. I'm like, well, I'm like thinking in my head, like, this is great. Like, talk about a normal life. Like, I'm never going to get a normal dating life.
Yeah.
And I'm not being cocky or ego where I'm like, oh my God, I had one season of a failed show. I'm so famous. But sometimes things stick with you was my point before.
I mean,
like, they impact you.
stuck with me.
And that's what makes me so happy.
Crazy.
That is crazy because you're also like, I feel like you're super talented and
No, but
it's hard to impress you like that.
No. We're not talking about me on this podcast. Yeah, it's impactful for me, but also like, yeah, guys will remember that. Like they I don't think had seen a woman openly be like, I'm fucking unmarried and I'm so unhappy about it. And I feel unhappy because I feel pressure from my family and like I just want to fucking scream. Like I think
and like what you said, why can no one love me?
Yeah.
Like not even in a victim way. It's like I pour out all this love and everyone's like, be hopeful, be lovable. And it's like, then why can anybody love me? Like, am I that annoying? Am I that bad? And if I am, tell me so I could change it, because I don't want to be a person hurting and offending people. I want to be a person that's loving people and making them happy, not sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, tell me what I'm doing wrong and then I'll work on it, because that's what makes a better person. That's my point.
Okay. I don't know. Like, I don't think you need to change yourself. I just thought you were like, hey, like, where is my person?
Yeah.
You know? And like, it wasn't the one who dumped you. He was an asshole. We saw that in the aftermath of him coming back and being like, oh, this is your fault for making me do what I did.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's a common ground between a lot of my exes for some reason, that answer. So
What?
the fact that you're like, what are you talking about, shows that I'm not crazy. When they're like, I left you because of you. Like what you've done or what you haven't done, you know?
And what had you done?
I guess I was really like a leech, like, but that's love, isn't it? Like you and Ben,
just
you
very
love
attached.
very attached. I get very attached. I get very
But
and
that's
I'm very loyal.
okay.
I'm very loyal.
But that's like, see, those are young men or young person relationships where it's like, I don't want to be with you all the time. I mean, like some people, like you really don't need to be together all the time. But when you're in love with somebody, you should want to be with them and want them to want to be with you.
yeah, exactly.
You know, like that's nothing
that's
wrong
normal,
with
right?
you. Yeah, I want to be with Ben 24/7.
And I feel like when I see you guys together, he wants to be with you 24/7.
So.
That's normal. But
Otherwise, he's doing a lot of hanging with me against his will.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought that was normal, and they're like fighting me. Like, no,
And it is.
Chanel,
No, they're
it's
wrong.
not normal.
No, they're wrong.
Yeah, because they didn't. And what they really wanted to say is, I don't like you enough.
Yeah, I don't like you.
And that's okay,
And
but
that's
tell me
okay. Then
that's
just
okay.
move on. No, not even tell me why. Fuck you. Not fuck you. But
tell me I don't like
tell
you
me
enough.
I don't like you enough, and let me move on with my life and find the person that matches up with me.
But don't
'Cause-
abuse me and tell me everything in the book is wrong with you, and that's why.
Right. 'Cause
Right?
it's
There's a
not.
difference.
No, there's people sometimes just don't match.
Yeah.
They don't speak the same love language, you know, like that's not on you. That's on that, or that's not on them either. Or it's like when people's parents get divorced, is it like because both of them are horrible people? I would assume not. I don't think
Right.
anybody with divorced parents, they're both horrible people. They're not people for each other anymore.
Right.
Some people grow out of their relationships. Some people were never intended to be them in the first place. But as long as you can take something from every relationship and learn from it and move on and take it into the next one and hopefully make that better, amazing.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be like you suck as a person and that's why I can't be with you.
No.
And that's why I left you for someone
abusive.
younger.
That's abusive.
Or like, you're not that sexy or pretty enough for me, so I can't be with you. It's like, well, what do you want me to do about it? Like,
I have an ex who told me one time, I said to him, because he wouldn't sleep with me very much. I don't know why I just said sleep with me.
What?
He wouldn't fuck me at all. And he wouldn't fuck me. And,
so pretty. I can't even fathom that.
Thank you. And I'm probably way fatter now than I was then. But I was like, you know, quote unquote, overweight for myself at the time. And I would be like, why won't you have sex with me? Like, we never have sex anymore. Like, what can I do that like would interest you? And he goes, P90X, the workout regimen.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is
I already told this story, I think, on an episode. Oh, maybe that's on the Patreon. I don't know. I get so confused. You guys subscribe, patreon.com/howcome.
Mazel tov on that, by the way. That's so cool. Don't you have to be like in the
What?
big leagues for Patreon?
No, anybody can have a Patreon.
I thought it was this like exclusive thing that like you have to be like
No.
very high in the I swear to God, in the
what?
podcast, Frank.
To
See more exclusive video. Like, why would I care to see your? I would care to see your exclusive video because you're Remy Casimir.
Yeah, except for here's the thing. I am not great at marketing, but other people, you are probably seeing it seeming like very fancy from a person who's great at marketing, who's like, oh, look, we're finally on Patreon. Like, as if it's, I mean, it is great. It's a great platform. You can get extras. You can pay your content creators.
That's the thing. we
Support
need
us.
money.
But yeah, I don't know. It's not, anybody can do it. Anybody can sign up for Patreon. Woo!
Ooh,
Make your own
copy.
Patreons, you guys.
That's amazing.
That's
That's cool.
yeah, as long as you create content. What were we saying before? Oh yeah, story about him wanting me to do P90X.
Yes, that's insane.
Yeah, so basically he was just being like, lose weight,
That's
work out.
insane.
Yeah, and that made me feel really bad, and very self-conscious, more self-conscious than I already am.
But
so.
that's like such an see to me. I feel like, and I might be alone in this. That's such an ugly trait of him or that person in general. And there's a lot of those, like my ex-boyfriends too, that if you're in love, I'm sure if he gained weight or didn't, you would be just in love with him as a person. So you would just be attracted to him. It's like, can't you just fall in love with the person instead of the vanity of it? Like, I don't know. That's just like a very ugly trait to me.
Yeah, in like marriage vows, if we're talking the most serious of commitments, they say in sickness and health, for rich or for poor. Like, I assume for fat and for thin is also in there, you know, like.
That's such a good one. Such a good. Do you use that in your stand-up?
No.
Oh my God, you have to use that in your stand-up. That is fucking, or unless I'm really high and stupid right now. That is so funny.
I know, you guys write in. Was that hilarious? I'll try it on stage tonight. We'll see.
That is hilarious for fat or for thin.
For
it's
fat
so
or for
true
thin.
though.
Yeah, for
like
ugly.
if I lose a lot of weight and I'm so skinny or fat, like
For
are you
good
gonna
skin
leave
or
me?
for bad skin.
For braces or for not. I don't
For
know why I had to say that.
cellulite or for none.
For nose job or for not. I don't know.
Yeah.
For big nose or for not. I don't know. Like stupid. Like why? Like I don't know.
For wrinkles or for smooths.
Do you think age should be in there?
Well, you say till death do us part, which is like
I guess the age thing
implied.
But what about the don't leave me for a younger mistress, bitch?
Oh yeah,
thing?
that should be in there.
Don't you think that's like everyone dudes like in common when they're like distancing themselves from you? It's so cliche. It's like ID.
What do you mean?
You already know like when the dude's being mean to you in the relationship and he's not having sex with you and pushing you away. It's and you find out it's another girl. It's always another younger girl. When do you ever hear that he's leaving you for like a cougar, like a 35-year-old?
I've never had anybody leave me for anyone.
I know, you're so lucky.
But it's only because I've had like no boyfriends.
Really?
Yeah.
I so don't. I feel like you're so. I'm always in a relationship.
Yeah,
kind of girl.
Wish I was. I always wanted to be, but no.
Like you're like the pretty girl in school that always has the boyfriend.
Nope.
Never single. No.
No. I was always single. There was a joke when I was in like 10th grade or something. Like all of my girlfriends had boyfriends, and then we made up a boyfriend for me called William, because they'd all be like, "Yeah, I'm going to hang out with blah blah blah," and I'd be like, "Me and William will be watching Flavor of Love."
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, I always wanted a boyfriend, never got one. That's why I was like, "Oh, look at this loser. She like really speaks to me." That was you.
I'm fucking dead. It's true.
Yeah.
I feel like even my girls, my real girls from high school who were really popular chicks, they were like, dude,
Yeah.
you were a fucking loser. But I fucking dug it because I'm also a loser deep down.
Exactly.
Even though I'm like the popular kid, I have my loser side to me.
Exactly. Well, most people are a loser. And if you're like, not,
I'm like Katie Haring. Like, you want to make me cool, but you're like, you're a fucking loser with your pink ass oversized shirt.
no, Katie got pretty cool.
And then she got pretty cool.
And then she got pretty cool.
But then she was uncool.
But either way, but here's the thing, is I think that the things that make us uncool and relatable are the things that are now most cool in the zeitgeist, at least. Like being like your real self on Instagram is like so trendy now.
I know.
Like I've said this before too though, but I remember back in the day I was like, ooh, I want to have a secret Twitter where I can talk about like discharge and like farts. And now like I just do that with my face attached on the cover of this podcast. Like that's what we're doing.
That's what's so amazing that you could have your own platform. Like when I did radio, like top 40 radio on 106.1 BLI. It was like a Z100, and my goal was to be like, I wanted to be that Ryan Seacrest. I wanted to be on air, and you have to earn your dues. I had to do overnights, and you have to work your ass off, and it's very competitive. And then I'm like, why am I doing this if my name's not even getting out there as much? Because it's very political and you have to go through a chain. And sometimes there's girls that come in and they've had only 6 months experience and you're still doing the night shift and they get that full-time, platform to talk. And I'm like, now there's podcasting, there's Instagram. I feel like my personality would shine just being messy and real. I feel like I don't succeed being this like corporate perfect, like I am perfect. Like there's relatability that is uncontrollable. Like sometimes, I don't know, do you ever feel like, oh, I have to be perfect in order to make it in this industry? That's what I've been told.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, also now it's like, no, show us your bumps and your flaws and how you got here. And like, that's the thing I think with talking about everything, like sexuality included, is like, you need to make people feel normal so that they're not just like thinking about being a freak every day. Like, so like just to get back to your cumming story, like what was the thing that finally broke the seal?
I think it was when I felt safe with this one guy. I was in between. I was in an on and off relationship with my high school best guy friend. Because he was the only one I trusted after princesses, because I went through a lot. Like the dating apps, by the way, one guy, just to go back to that point, one guy even said, I I'm going to cancel the date because he found that I'm like prude. So he's like, I'm going to cancel the date because I really just wanted to fuck you because you were on Princesses of Long Island. I wanted to know how it would feel like to fuck someone on Princess, like on Bravo.
That's so ridiculous.
And the one hit wonder on top of that. So like, not only did he insult me and make me feel like shit and made my insecurities like feel real.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you could think something, be like, now I'm just overthinking. But I thought
He
that
said
and he said it.
everything. Yeah.
And I'm like, obviously douchebag. And I had to get strong again and be like, no, you're going to get out of this coma. You're not going to let some guys, he's projecting his own insecurities probably on me. Like he wants to, it's not my fault that I'm not this perfect, like, you know, like he's going through something that he's saying that. But at the same time, I was like.
Also, when you say that you were prude, how do you define prude?
Prude. Well, okay, a couple of things. Like I'd go on dates with guys. It'd have to be the third date until I kissed them.
Okay.
So I had like, you know, rules.
Mm-hmm.
I had to be like in a relationship with you like at least a month or 2 months to have sex.
Okay.
And like do like everything pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like I was prude probably until I lost my virginity when I was 22.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think that's so old.
Yeah.
Or so young.
Yeah.
It's normal with my first college boyfriend, you know. But that's another thing. It's like when you have that first orgasm where you do come from someone that you love and you were in love with, it's hard to get back to that time with everything that's happened. You know what I'm saying?
And you didn't put as much stock in doing it alone.
And I didn't put in, yeah, exactly. And also all these dating apps kind of affected why I couldn't get back to like coming and orgasm, I guess. It's even weird. You see how like I get uncomfortable even saying it because I'm so used to like being proper.
Yeah,
I hate that.
I mean,
because it's normal. It's normal to talk about this. We shouldn't feel shame.
Yeah, but it's also normal to be like, my parents and like, everyone in like, you know, the society that I've grown up in. It's like,
did you hear on that podcast what she said?
That's terrible. She's like, talking about orgasms as if they've never had one, Sheila.
Right. And she's like, I didn't raise you like that. And it's like, get over it. It's life. This is life. It's not a Jewish thing, I don't think. I think there's a funny stereotype, like the Larry Davids or like the neurotic Jews and like Jewish mothers are like very overprotective and very cynical and or like protective of their children, and they always want them to act proper. But my mom's on a different level because I think my mom wasn't accepted in the community as much. For whatever reasons, for a lot of reasons, so that she wanted her kids to be like the perfect golden children that like never talk about sex, never had an orgasm, like Jesus' child. It's like, come on.
Jesus.
I don't know why I said that, even though, because I believe Jesus was in the Jew. Like,
he's
they just call him Yeshua in the Jewish Bible.
That's true. Yeah.
It's just, but like, and different beliefs. But like, obviously I believe in God but my point is like, I think my mom thinks being perfect is the thing now, and she doesn't realize being messy is okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I was messy, and I wasn't her golden child. I was a golden child for a while, and I couldn't be it anymore, and I couldn't keep up with it. And I think that's what made me not sexually be healthy. I think it's sexually healthy to have an orgasm, to come a lot.
Totally.
I don't think it's healthy at all not to do that.
Yeah.
I think you're like, if you're going through that, like I'm there for you, I'm here for you, because that means you're not in a healthy state.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Yeah. Okay, so wait, now, I feel like I have to backtrack a little bit, because you had been having orgasms alone and with people before.
Not a lot. Not often.
Do you remember your first one?
Yeah, it was with my first boyfriend in college. I think probably not the first time we had sex, but like maybe like the fifth time.
Cool.
I remember like, oh, this is what love is. Or is this love, or is this just like I'm having an orgasm?
Yeah, you're like, I'm in love with having an orgasm.
Yeah, or am I both?
Amazing.
Because I was 22. I was turning 22. I remember exactly. It was the 5th month and I was turning 22. It was my birthday.
Yeah.
And I was just like, am I just in love with the fact that I've always wanted one? Because no, you're right. I did not have an orgasm, I'm sorry, until I was 22 years old.
Right, that's what we're talking about.
That is... Sorry, you're smarter than me, so like it takes me a little bit. But so like so like just literally, I'm like, oh shit, I've never had one. So maybe this is why, or am I in love with him, or is it both? And then I'm just like, oh my god, I'm in like orgasm.
Had you ever like thought of it before that you hadn't had one?
Yeah, I like because I would talk to because my friends would talk about having them.
Okay,
and they were the cool girls in school, and I felt always left out, and they would always make fun of me, like, you're so innocent, you never had one.
And they had them with boyfriends?
Boyfriends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times most boyfriends were the stories they shared.
Yeah. See,
Instead of,
that's
random.
what is fucking annoying and bothers me is like, yeah, ooh, I was prude, meaning I didn't want to hook up with guys at the time, but I wanted to have orgasms still. Like I still had my hands down there. I wish somebody had taught me like, hey, here's a toy. Like even I know like, ugh, I was a child. Like I would have really appreciated that.
But did you ever think of something that made you get to that level? Like I always have to think of something. I don't know. Like that's weird too, I guess.
Is that what you do now when like you're alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to think of like maybe an ex-boyfriend that like I want to have hate love sex with.
God.
And I'm like, pin me against the wall and I'm Nurse Betty.
That's so funny. No,
like
I
crazy
don't.
shit.
I
Like
don't think
know.
have thoughts. I just
really?
use machines. Yeah, I don't care.
But aren't you supposed to have thoughts while using the machines?
You
No.
can.
You can. You
can
don't have
if
to.
you
No, there's no
want.
rules. Yeah.
No, thoughts will pop into my mind. Like if I'm coming, I usually think of like Ben.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
right.
weird. Yeah.
That's a good sign. I would
Yeah,
hope so.
I know.
So cute. You just got shy about.
No, it's
But like,
adorable.
yeah, that's normal. But like, also, I thought it was weird because I had experienced one that like when I wasn't experiencing it during the show, I was like, something's wrong with me. Like something happened.
Yeah.
Like either I went through a lot of heartache or like pain even before the show, like even with the breakups or life that I just can't get there, or this show just royally fucked me up. I don't know. Something in the air that I was like,
Were you masturbating over the course of the show, or you were just hoping it would happen with another
not
person?
even as much because I was so
Yeah, so that's why you weren't coming too.
like
you
'cause I
weren't
didn't have
dating
opportunities
anybody,
at
and
all.
you weren't masturbating. How were you going to come? Like,
Exactly,
what are you
yeah.
talking about? You weren't even trying.
No, but even when it would be hard because who would I think about? My castmates? Ew. Like I couldn't, like I was like,
You didn't have any thoughts.
it was desolate. Like I
Would you
couldn't
ever watch
mingle.
porn or like,
Yeah, but of course,
or
but
like movies where like people are hot?
yeah, no, those don't get me off. I
No?
feel like porn.
Porn.
Yeah, and
Okay.
like, I mean, that's normal, right? Everyone,
Were you living at home at the time when you were shooting?
yes.
So that must have been.
That was really hard. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you cannot, and I'm one of those, like, I try to respect my parents.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to, you lose your mojo. Okay, you also lose your mojo when you live with my mom.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
my kind of mom. It's
Yeah.
like, and someone's always on top of you. It's
You're
gonna be
living
real-
with your parents.
It's like, dude, I breathe the wrong way, and it's like, what's that noise?
yeah, that's gonna
Like, how am I
make-
gonna orgasm in my parents' house? Like,
Exactly. Like you have to like get a hotel room for the night or something just to like fucking get off. Get out
and they would
get
kill
off.
me if they heard this too. But it's like, come
yeah,
on,
but
haven't you guys done it?
shouldn't. Of course they have. Like I mean,
Yeah.
and if they haven't, then that's a shanda.
Also, how easy is it for my mom to say I have at 19 years old, she married my dad? I'm 34 and like still single. It's not my fault. So I have to do something in between,
Yeah, of course.
right?
Yeah. Anybody has to masturbate, even if you're not single.
They're going to kick me out of the house.
Do you still
I'm
live
going to be
there?
like, yes. I'm going to be like, Remy, can I come pass out at yours and Nan's house?
Yeah, you live in the
But I've
living
been-
room now.
I've been, you're going to have celebrity guests here, and they're going to be like, who's that creepy girl with the short hair in the back? You're going to be like, oh, that's my
That's
friend Chanel. I took her
Chanel.
under my wing because like
She
her
used to
parents
be
kicked
on
her
a
out.
reality show.
And now she's a struggling artist, and like I just want to give back. So like, just don't mind her.
Wow, it's like I knew that was.
I wish I lived here though. It's a cool, cozy house,
Yeah, it looks good.
and like relax, not anxious. Like I grew up in like a very like screaming house,
Oh, really?
so that was also like.
Anxiety ridden.
Yeah, like when you have a lot of anxiety, yes, you masturbate to take the anxiety off, but like how do you do it peacefully if like everyone's
yeah.
like on you and like on top of you? That's the
Totally. Yeah, that's the flip side. Like some people are like, okay, I'm going to take this and I'm just going to like get rid of it and like use this as a stress release.
yeah.
And some people are like, are you fucking kidding?
I
I
need
can't
to
think of
enjoy
anything else. I don't know what to fucking do.
That's exactly. And then you like battle yourself.
Yeah.
So coming back from that, like dating and going on awful dates and men who are fucking with you, and then your ex-boyfriend fucking with you on national
I
TV.
mean, besides all that, you still live with your parents.
And
This
still-
is a huge thing.
And even when I was living in the city like a year ago, like I was in and out of my parents' house,
Yeah.
I was living with a roommate who was also uptight. So that doesn't help. Like in a studio split. Imagine, like, how you gonna
A studio split. So you guys
was
never
just
brought people back?
never, like rare.
Yeah.
Even when I was seeing that guy, he was on Long Island. I was just going to Long
And
Island.
no one ever masturbated.
No, I did secretly, but like, I
Oh,
feel
nice.
like I feel like she did not. I'm sure she did. But like, I feel like I never heard her like it was like
What if you found out that she did every night? Would you be like so shocked?
I'd be shocked.
Okay, well, I have her here, and she said
It's so Maury. You're like Chanel. She's behind the screen.
she's
and saying-
she's coming in right now. Everybody,
Bravo.
welcome Chanel's former roommate, the daily masturbator.
But I feel like she masturbated like somewhere else. She'd probably kill me if she heard this. But like because she never, one of those people that like she'll never
it's like
let
she'll
you
go
in
to
her
like
house.
a Starbucks bathroom around the corner. Like girls go to
And she'd
poop
be
when
like-
they're in a new relationship.
Yeah, and she'd
Just
be
jack
like,
off.
because she was never home, and I was never home either. But like,
Was she fucking?
well, she just had broken up with her boyfriend at the
Okay.
time.
I don't
so
know
feel
why
like-
we're talking about. I'm very concerned.
I don't know, but
well, because like
because
I just
it's
pent up
fascinating
people.
women that are like, no, it was always fascinating to me, even her, like not to talk about it, but to talk about it.
yeah.
Women like her, like, do they even ever come? Like, do they ever masturbate? Like, are they like normal like me, or
I don't
are they
know.
super women and they like no, like gross? I don't do that.
but
I don't
why
have
do you
to.
think that has a super connotation?
Because I was taught that by my mom,
Okay.
and by women that I looked up to,
That being
if that makes
controlled
sense.
and not getting to experience the most
And
fun
submissive.
thing ever.
and like being classy and conservative about it is the way of society.
Would you think the same thing about a guy? Like the guy who's the most controlled and never comes is
no,
super
because
guy?
well, I get we were raised no, because we were raised like
The guy spreads his seed.
and is okay with, and that's the sexy thing. And the women who are like tight and up,
It's a shame.
it is a shame. It's a fucked up way to live.
Because it's so fun coming, you guys.
It is fun, but like, do you think it's more fun in a relationship?
No. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been out of a relationship since I had my first orgasm. Ben and I have been dating this whole time.
Wait, you were with Ben when you got your first orgasm?
No, I wasn't with.
Oh.
We were dating, but I was alone.
But you had it with him.
No, I had it alone,
Oh.
but we were dating.
You had it alone, but they were dating. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But but you were thinking about him.
Wait, you're
Wait, I'm
saying,
confused.
do I prefer having orgasms alone or with another person?
No, yeah, but like sometimes you ever masturbate when he's next to you and just thinking about
Totally.
him. Yeah, like that's
All
normal.
the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I meant. Like, did you ever have one with him like that?
Yeah.
Because I would do that too, but I didn't think that was normal. I was like,
Oh my God, it's so normal. It's one of my
Yeah.
most fun things. I can't believe you're bringing it up.
yeah,
My most fun thing, literally, is to use a toy and then he hugs me. I've said it before. I'll say it again. He hugs me, kisses my neck, does whatever.
I love that.
Just holds really tight. And then usually if I'm having like a bunch of orgasms, like it's hot, and then he gets to get off by banging it out after
Yeah, or even I'm sure watching you do it.
or during. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's hot. I didn't. That's actually makes me feel good that that's a normal thing.
Oh, I'm so glad.
You make me
We teach
feel
each
good.
other.
Yeah.
You
Well,
make me feel good because you're a loser.
Exactly, but at least you're real.
No, but
Well, you gotta
and
teach me, how do I
make
be
you
cool?
Feel good because I'm also a loser.
Because
and I
you'll
just
admit it
tell
with
you,
me, yeah.
Most people would think that that's a fucking weird thing to do. Like when hearing it, oh, getting hugged. What are you like a nut? But actually, it's very hot and very sexy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like,
you're
it
a
makes you
loser,
feel good.
Actually, a loser's not such a bad thing. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Why do we think being a loser is such a
Why
bad
are we
thing?
so into like what other people think?
Oh, it's because I'm around you. You're probably not like that when I'm not around.
No, I'm 100%.
You care what people think?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I care so much what people think sometimes. But I say I don't because I don't have a choice. It's a defense mechanism because I've been through a
But
lot.
that's another thing that was seen as cool is like saying that you don't care what people think. And now like kind of in 2019, it's like be vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, like we are kind of working on like chipping away at like what society has done to us. So it's nice. And like, yeah, like I said before, like we can change. We were the ones that made all the societies. We can make new ones. We
Yeah.
can make new ways of communicating and make it so people don't tell their boys to man up when they're crying. No, let them be sensitive. Let
Yeah.
them fucking.
That's what I said to my sister this Yom Kippur. My nephew was crying, and I'm like, he's 3 years old. Like, let him cry.
Let him cry.
Like you're
Or
beating
treat
the
him
strength.
how you would treat a little girl crying. Why are you crying? Don't cry.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah. Why? That's like
No.
my mom.
No.
I'm like, no, you'd be more.
no, I'm just kidding.
Listen, bitch, I'm done.
No.
I'd be like,
Why
yeah,
are you
why
crying?
crying? What's wrong? Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to cry. But then I would be like, if they told
Okay.
me some good
You
excuse.
crying something is this important?
Or
Okay,
you
but
just
it
want
made but it
attention.
made you feel bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. You can feel bad sometimes.
Like now I know though why moms, they usually say I don't get orgasms after I have like kids, or some of them say that like once I have
like
kids,
anxiety ridden.
yeah, anxiety, because like all your focus is on the kids, and I felt that way when I was with my sister and her kids, because I'm like, how do you do anything?
And did she say, or
She like doesn't ever want to talk about it.
Yeah.
She's like, Chanel, you're so gross.
is
I'm
she
like,
much more? I mean, I think it was shown on the show, but again, I don't really remember anybody
Well, it
but
was
you.
6 years ago,
I
too, so,
remember
like-
that she was your little sister and she was married and she was like the golden child, but
Yeah.
like, so she was like as religious as they would want.
her to be,
Yeah.
even though she does break certain rules, and I guess she gets away with it, but for some reason I'm held to like a higher standard,
Because you're not married.
if that makes sense. Yeah, because I'm not married
Yeah.
and I'm still living at home.
Yeah.
And it's the recipe of disaster if you want.
Not really.
I mean, you know what? Like, it's not bad. Like, I'm blessed and lucky. But the truth is
I
also
mean, now you're podcasting, you're creating stuff.
That's
Like,
the
I think
thing.
if artists have places that are willing to put them up, like Nan
Right.
and your parents or whatever,
Right.
like, yeah, why would we get like a second job just to like scrape by if somebody
For
who
the
believes
city.
in us gives us a place to run our platform?
exactly.
And if the platform is to help other people, which I assume yours,
yes.
yeah, yours is like advice giving and
Yeah, it's a lot of my. Also, I have an element of like when people are like, "What's Chanel in the city?" It's simple. It's like, it's kind of like me ending this chapter with this Princess Long Island reality delusional facade. That's one side of me, and really like coming into my own and like falling in love with restaurants in the city that are cool that I can share with you guys, or like a celebrity interview that's impactful, or a charity that
Yeah.
I'm passionate about. Like,
Yeah.
you know, what are the cool, it's about being cool in the city and in the know. And I have that luxury. See, I have the luxury. Someone said to me the other day, actually, they were like, oh my God, you're so cool. You know, Remy Castamere, like you're friends with her, swear. And I know you don't think this about yourself. And I'm like, wow, I really am blessed. Like, I really am cool. Like, I see it as we're just girls. And
I think I'm lucky to know you.
no, I feel like we're
that's
lucky to know each
great.
other. But
Isn't
that's
that fun?
it's so cool that they say that. But the point is, it's like, yeah, but we're both going through the same thing they're going. Like, they don't know that we're going through like life too. And
Yeah.
yeah, that is cool. And
Oh my God. Always remember, my friend Aiden Triola said this. I will always quote him. Everyone, what did he say? Everyone is human and everybody hates themselves.
that's such a good quote.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. Just remember that.
Just
if you think
remember
somebody
that.
is like fucking killing it and just loving life, like odds are, no matter how perfect they are, there are so many imperfections that they see and you don't.
Yeah, and they do, and they hate probably themselves
and they
deeper
probably
down.
hate themselves, something about themselves. So let that be a comfort to you, a little Schadenfreude in your life.
A little advice.
Yeah.
But that's the like when you were so cool and you were like, yeah, I'll do the Stomp Out Bullying charity with you. Like that's what it was all about. It was like more about like having guests like you on my podcast and like being cool and funny and talented, but also like, wow, she's a genuine person. She
You said
gives
that
back.
Luann was on the podcast, and I was like,
I thought you really
the
did.
Countess is in the house. Are you kidding? I'm there.
That's true.
Real Housewives are my jam.
They're your jam. You like
And I got to dance with them.
I know, it's so cool. I can't wait till you guys see it. You have.
I hope
I'm gonna
it
send you the
makes it
clips.
to the final cut.
I hope it does, too.
We'll see. Knock
There's a
on
lot. I feel like
wood.
we should just be on we've been like, yeah,
This
on
is
reality TV together in a way.
kind of. I mean,
It's kind of like when you like share a drink with,
Preemptively.
yeah, knock on wood. We don't want to jinx it.
yeah.
But like that was cool that like that's my point is like I'm trying to make a message out. I guess I'm trying to create a message like you, like everybody is, of like use your platform for good.
Mm-hmm.
Like use your platform for good orgasms, and like that's a healthy thing because that makes people
And
feel less alone.
organizations. Yeah. And charities and and orgasm. Yeah.
Clever. What college did you go to? You're brilliant.
Stop it. You're insane.
You
I went
are-
to BU.
Yes, that's smart though. You're very smart.
Oh, thanks.
You remind me of my friend Jamie. She was so fucking smart and like funny and like clever.
Thank you.
She went to BU.
Oh, cool.
I went to Northeastern,
Oh my God. Oh, yes. Yeah.
but I
Sucks
am
to be
5
you
years
is
older
that's-
than you,
That's true.
so
Yeah.
you wouldn't have known me.
No. Do you remember your last orgasm?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the recent guy that I broke up with, but it was like about 8 months ago.
So you really don't masturbate. I'm going to give you a toy.
I definitely need toys. I don't have toys.
You don't like using your hands, and I understand. It feels weird, right?
I feel like I get a lot of UTIs from that.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know. I'm sharing TMI.
No, no,
I'm
no.
the only one.
Wait, is that? Oh,
I feel like it
you're
has
like
happened
it
in the
has
past.
happened. Interesting.
'Cause
Maybe
I mean, even though my hands are clean, it's normal. I feel like it's
Maybe.
the bacteria and like
moving
It's
stuff around. Why not?
like, yeah,
That could be something.
but no, like I do.
Of course, that's
definitely
gonna like
mas-
scare you off.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't want to be like, oh, I'm not normal. I mean, yeah, that's normal. Like I definitely do it, but I just feel like I haven't had.
I don't
Well,
like
guess
to
you're
use my
asking
hand
when was my
either.
last orgasm? I guess by myself.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like, duh, so ignorant I am. Chanel, where are you? I wish everyone saw your face right now to your reaction of me trying to talk about myself in third person.
I'm like,
yes, duh.
duh.
I can't hang out with Remy a lot. She's smart.
No, you're programmed to think that
The
only
guy,
orgasms
yes.
are valid if they're given by another person.
We're
I don't
onto
know
something
why
now.
we're high fiving.
We're onto something because we're explaining why I'm fucked up.
Yes.
We're explaining that you guys out there shouldn't feel that way.
You should not
You're
feel
right.
that way.
I've been programmed to think that.
Yes.
Like, programmed to think that doing it myself is yucky and not okay.
Yeah.
But I have.
And it's not
By
yucky.
myself.
It's actually like really great, and you can't even get pregnant or get an STD.
Yeah. And I felt like
Apparently
you
you
were trying
can
to
get a
test me right
UTI.
now. You could get a lot of them unless I'm just prone to them, which really sucks. I'm really going through it. Maybe I'm internalizing pain, like emotional pain, and it's going, I don't
Maybe.
know.
But also, I will still give you
But
the
do you
toy
get
because
UTIs after sex?
if I don't pee. Yeah.
Even if I pee, though?
Mm.
No one wants to hear about my UTI. I know
No,
that's
no,
gross,
no.
but
A lot
like,
of people have the same issue. It's a thing.
like you. So that's why that makes sense. Like the last
Keep
time
cranberry
you came.
pills.
Oh yeah, I do that.
Yeah, good.
I do that. And
I
I
do-
drink.
yeah,
and
I
I
do
drink
that.
a lot of cranberry juice.
Oh, that's good.
Maybe that's why I'm not having an orgasm.
Why?
Because I talk like this.
No, this is
my God.
very hot.
You remind me of my friend Sydney in college. He used to do the baby voice every time we were like getting nervous or just like fucking around. We'd be like, "Do you like me like this?"
What babies do you know?
I talk like.
Do you? Sure. Hello.
Do you think
Hello.
that's sexy? Like
No,
baby
not
talk?
at
No.
all. I mean, like Ben and I speaking to my mom makes fun of it a lot. She's like, "Do you guys ever talk normally?" Because we're always like, "Hi, Bendu." Like,
So
"Oh, hi, Remy. Hi, my Remy. Little Bendu, you are looking so cuting." Like, it's not okay. I speak to him like he's my cat.
your cat is really cute. Do you think that orgasms have to do with their like psychological
course.
state?
Yes. Yes. Relax.
Be chill.
Be chill. No.
Smoke a J.
Isn't that so hard to say to somebody? Fucking chill.
Oh my god, that is so. Everyone tells me that all the time
do you
too.
want to hear something so hilarious, which is full circle? So we were talking about that Bravo party we met at earlier. And my friend Betsy, who was a guest on season 1, episode 7, I believe. We went to the sex party together.
Of that
She's-
show that we were.
No,
Oh,
no.
a
No.
different-
Of How Come. Sorry. Yeah, she was a guest on this podcast.
Got it.
And she's my friend. And she was going to that party with me.
Right.
And she was really nervous because she'd never met the cast. And she was just like, "Oh my God, I'm such a big fan." And I was like, "Betsy, just be cool." I was like, "Be your coolest, chillest self." And she was like, "Well, that's not helpful."
It's true because it's like, what is that then? Like before I was coming on your podcast,
Yeah.
my dad was like, I was like, I'm nervous. I hope like I impress her. Like I want to be like really cool for her. And like he's like, just be yourself. Like I don't understand.
Exactly.
Like, that's
Be
cool.
yourself.
But it's like, what is that? And I kept saying, what does that fucking mean? And I'm
It
screaming in the
means
street. And he's like,
say the
just-
thing
that's real.
that's real. I've done. I mean, I've
Yeah,
done
but what
it
if that
a
gets you in
million
trouble?
Fuck it. say I'm sorry after. If you realize that it gets you in trouble, be like, ugh, whatever. You know, not whatever, but like, oh,
not be
sorry,
so,
that was weird. You know, because then that's the next thing that came up. That's the next honest thing is that was weird. I'm so sorry.
Right.
You know,
like when I said to you, even with the event, like with Luann and like the bullying, some of it was weird. Like I owned it and I was like, I'm sorry. Like if it was fucking bizarre and I was lame.
We'll see it on TV.
Oh my God.
Hope we'll see.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, I'm just gonna cut it out.
No, but like, you know what I mean? Like it's embarrassing sometimes because you don't know what other people think. So you're like, oh, that was lame.
Totally. No, I feel like so many times in conversations, I've even had the moment where I'm like, I'm going to tell this story. And then I'm like, don't tell that story. It's going to flop. And then I'm like, I'm going to do it. And then you do it and it does flop. Like,
I know,
just listen to that little voice in your head. Like, be genuine. Don't be like, I'm going to say this thing because I need to say this thing. And like, this is about, you know, whatever. I mean, sometimes in podcasts, you have to like pitch yourself and like kind of subtly do it in.
That's the challenging thing. I feel like I'm always fighting to pitch myself. I'm like,
no.
Hey,
no, you're already here.
Oh my God, thank God. I feel like I made it being on your podcast. I'm not kidding. Because like you are like respected in the comedy world and you're respected in the podcast world.
Thank you.
I feel like you're this versatile talent where you're going to be an actress too. Like you're going to have your own show and you're going to be like the star of your show.
Oh my God, knock on so much wood. We're like literally dying.
Sorry, but like Bli Einhara in our Judaism, we say without evil eye.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like we as celebrities, not me, but I'm saying influencers, people in this entertainment industry still have those insecurities too. Like we still want to be with the cool crew. Like we still want to be accepted. We still want to be cool. And it's like, is cool being real or is cool being fake?
Authentic. It just is. Like at the end of the day, you don't have to wonder like about stuff if you did everything authentically. You know? And like you can do stuff wrong and then you just think about it authentically after and be like, I fucked up. I should take stock of this. You know? It's a lot easier to do that than to like blame everybody else and be like, well, now I'm just going into my own shit. But
well, no, that this is that person, and you're right. It's easier to be like, I fucked up. I'm learning from this mistake.
All right, so now,
do
you remember your last orgasm?
I do remember. Okay. When was this? This was probably a month ago.
Okay, I beat you.
A month ago because I was very stressed this morning.
Yeah,
because I feel like, to be real honest, like about a month ago.
Okay.
Because it's been stressful with that event, but then like, no. Actually, no. 2 weeks ago.
Cool.
2 weeks ago, to be fair.
Cool. Great. How did it happen?
It was. What did I do? Oh, I thought about my ex-boyfriend.
And you used your hands.
And I used my hands. I don't have toys. I got to go shopping with you for toys if you'd like.
I'll just give you one. I have a whole treasure trove. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. What do you like?
Do you like a pink one?
Do you like vibration? Do you like suction? You ever tried toys before?
I have. Yeah, I like vibration.
Yeah.
For sure.
You ever try a clit
Not something
sucker?
so big. No, is it good?
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like next
You're gonna
level?
fucking die, dude.
Oh my God.
I cannot.
I gotta get a hotel or something.
Yeah, you do. Invest in yourself.
I'm gonna invest in a hotel. It's not even that bad.
No, go to a fucking
I also feel like I have hookups around the fucking city. I just feel like no one
get it sponsored. Get your orgasm sponsored.
That's great.
Right?
That's a great idea.
I know I have great ideas. I just don't implement
Why
them.
don't you do that for yourself too? You should do like the best influencers. Sponsor the best influencers getting. I was gonna say getting fingered.
Chanel is hardwired to think that another person has to give you an orgasm, but she's gonna change. This is amazing. I'm so happy we got to this point. I was like,
I know. Did you think? Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. Did you think we would get to this point? Did you think I would open up about this stuff?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
I think you can be easily pressured by me.
And in life. Is that why? Oh, I just thought like it was written all over my face. Like she'll say anything.
No. This has been such a fun conversation. I'm so glad that you got to be here and we got to open up and figure out everything. Like
our last orgasms.
I feel like we've made
do you feel like you asked a lot?
Breakthroughs.
Like I mean, yeah. Do you feel like?
Yeah.
I shared good stuff, knowledgeable stuff.
You guys, you write in. Do you think she shared good stuff? I think this was really vulnerable and really like, especially coming from a background of like, fuck, my parents are you know? And like your dad does give great advice. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's also like, it's okay not to have an orgasm after you do reality TV. It's normal.
Well, that's not very relatable information for anyone. No one else is going to be doing reality TV.
Yeah, that's
most of us. Most of us
That's not
will
true. I always
not
say.
be doing.
You never know. But yeah, you're right. That is not really relatable.
Yeah,
At least
it's
we
like,
got to the relatable
Just so
stuff.
you know,
Just so you know, if you ever get the chance to do reality TV,
you
won't
might
have an
lose
orgasm.
your orgasm, and then you might get
No,
it
the
back.
lesson was that a guy,
Is not the one.
right?
You're
That's
the one.
the lesson, and
You're
that I will.
the
go-
one.
I'll share with you on the Instagram how the toys are. Oh,
And I guarantee you, and this is not incentive to get a guy, but it works. When you are you happiest and you're satisfying you, they just come. They just come because you're being your most authentic self. And the person who's for you, he's going to come see that. He's going to be like, oh, fun. I want to be part of that.
yeah.
Look at that. She's fucking without me. I want to join in that ball of fun.
You're so right. I need you to mentor me in a lot of
Oh
areas.
my God, you're crazy, but
Comedy.
yes, I will. Yes, I'm gonna.
Remy told
Chanel
me to do
is
a lot
a
of-
starting out comic,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna take her to some open mics, and we're gonna
Please, thank
see if we can shine this turd into a diamond. No, I'm just kidding.
I really am a turd. I feel like I feel like turd. All right.
No, you're a star, and that's why I can be mean to you because I was a fan first, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But now we're friends, and
Now
I'm
we're
a fan
friends.
too. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm more of a fan than you are, but thank you, Remy, for this opportunity. This is,
course.
and thank you for believing in me. And I want everyone to know out there that like you're a genuine sister from another mister. And I don't know why I'm saying a toast to you, but
Toast to me. Thank you so
but
much.
like it is nice that you are supportive of people
course.
in the podcast. And because I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people didn't support me. So like for you to like not know me really well and be like, yo, I'll take this bitch under my wing.
Yeah.
Even though,
course.
and by the way, people that are friends with Remy in this world could technically be like, I don't like Chanel, but like you like me, so like that's all that matters.
It's so true.
So thank you.
Of course. I have to ask this to everyone after a sexual experience, which this has been. Chanel, did you finish?
Yes.
Amazing. Oh my God. Thank you for coming. And we'll see. Oh, wait. I love that. You love that? And where can everybody find you online?
Oh yes. You can follow me at Chanel Omari and at Chanel at Chanel in the City,
Amazing, which is your podcast. and
which
it's
is my
on
podcast.
All
it's also
platforms.
all platforms, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, radio.com, you name it. Please subscribe. Please be my friend on it. I'm so lonely and this is my only platform.
Please, please, please.
Just do a like. Just be like,
do a
you know
like.
what? Write constructive criticism. Write it. Tell me what I could do better. If I'm boring as shit, please tell me.
If you want to leave a 5-star review and comment turd, that's still appreciated.
and tune in because your interview, Remy's
Oh my
interview, and my
God.
podcast will be up on
Soon.
Yeah.
If not up already.
We'll be posting.
You guys, also leave us a 5-star review if you like this podcast. Leave me some comments. Go to howcomepodcast.com if you want to buy merch or any products that we talk about. We've got affiliate links. You can find them all on our products page. Love you. See you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
I reached out to Chanel the other day after the episode aired or like during the episode airing, and she never responded, and I tagged her in a bunch of pictures and she never responded, and she still hasn't responded. So usually I would be doing the Patreon episode about, what happened with the person. But yeah, she hasn't responded to me, so we're just going to do it, and it's going to be with other people who were there. And you might get more of a good perspective anyway. So if you want to hear that, go to patreon.com/howcome. It's a doozy. It's a real doozy.
Believe these guests can help, 'cause I can't do it by myself. I wanna jizz